I grew up and grateful for it because I feel like it's paying off as I get older. But from the age of 14 or so, I've been doing water fasts. It's been a while. It's been a few years actually. But yeah, it's, you get real cranky when like by day 3, it's like, fuck my life. This is hell. And then you get to day 5 and you're like, where's all this energy coming from? I'm bright. I'm clear. I'm enlightened.
You start hallucinating at some point or anything?
I've never hallucinated, but there is a kind of like almost slightly psychedelic buzz that'll come online, as you get deeper into it. I grew up actually building with my father. I was kind of his protege, commercial construction up in Alaska. And there's this one time we were working 80-hour weeks, like in the field, tool belt, packing stuff. And he went 30 days, and I was there every moment other than when he went in his room to sleep, 80 hours a week, working with him side by side. He went 30 days on water. It was absolutely bizarre. By the end of that 30 days, we're working long nights, like till, 9 or 10 or whatever. He was outworking me. A month in, no food. He's outworking me. It was wild.
So when you say no food, literally you're eating nothing. I mean, I'm trying to understand this because scientifically they say you can go without food for maximum like 2 weeks or something. And
I think it's quite a bit more than that. Yeah, I think it's closer.
Okay.
Like the clinical stuff I've seen says that it's like somewhere between like 4 and 8 weeks, more or less. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen that research, but yeah, it's way more than 2 weeks. I mean, it's at least double. Yeah.
And you're obviously dropping weight, and so you're just burning all the fat, and that's how you're keeping your energy up for that full 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get that autophagy effect, the death where they start, basically your immune system has nothing to do but like clean everything up. It just fights viruses and bad bacteria and eats up all the fat. It's wild.
I mean, that's insane. I guess I'm gonna have to try that soon.
Maybe.
I'll start off with like a 1 week, 2 weeks, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
The idea is we're trying to control because we're just so stimulated all the time. It feels like, it just, from the second I wake up, there's just always this new notification. And especially now, I mean, these times, like with the news, it's so hard because I want to be so unplugged and I just like turn it off, turn everything off. I don't want to know anything about anything. But literally, I don't want to die. This stuff, there's literally, they're burning Waymos right outside my house. So what am I supposed to do? Not know about what's happening? I have to be somewhat informed in case I need to, move or do something or I don't know. But this is where we're at right now. It seems like everything in the world is so like just getting worse. But also, how am I supposed to stay calm and meditate and breathe and stay zen while all this is happening? It sounds impossible.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's why I do breath work. That's why I'm such an advocate of it, because this modern world is so freaking stressful. At any major city, if you live near any major city, there's stress. You just leave your house and there's stress. But that rhythmic breathing, that'll iron out the static and that'll really chill you out. Like so much so that, and there's research happening right now around this, but like you'll get endogenous DMT dumps, where you're like fucking blissed out, right? It's a nice little break from life.
And that, so breathing always for me seems to work when I'm nervous or stressed. Like, I don't know what it is, but I visualize myself taking in the oxygen, pushing out the carbon dioxide. I think of carbon dioxide as like the anxiety, and so just pushing out the carbon dioxide makes me feel calm. Am I stupid, or is that something that's?
No, I think you're right on. Yeah, I think you're right on. What I've learned to do. My biggest teacher the last 5 years has been death. Not that people around me are dying, but it's been actually the cycle. I'll sometimes say like between birth and death, there's breath. And this is like kind of hypothetical, but I think it kind of works. Master breath, master life. And you hear like the sages talk about like the mini death, right? So I do what I'll practice, and I'm starting to get it where it's habituated, but I will basically die on my exhale. I'll expire. Whew, let it go. Just like you were saying, you know, the carbon dioxide, poo. And so you can use that as a kind of cue, that exhale, to detach, let go, surrender, die. And then it's only for a moment. You're back to